This could further complicate the New England Patriots rebuild. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots on the daily, pushing out that content to people just like you who can't get enough Patriots football. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment below. Today, what we're going to be talking about, the big news from the Patriots concerning a star player. As well, we jump into the college football playoffs. Players that you need to be watching if you want to watch some college football that could potentially be a New England Patriot. As well, we look into a 7-round mock draft for the New England Patriots. Let's get into it. So I do need to apologize on the front end. I got a bad cold. Feel like absolute crap, but I'm a man of my word. Daily basis, ladies and gentlemen. So let's jump into it. So Christian Barmore, a scary statement has been released on his behalf. His symptoms from the blood clots have been reoccurring. The New England Patriots have placed him on a illness list, a reserved non-football illness list, because he's experiencing these reoccurring symptoms. Now, it was just 4 weeks ago that he was essentially brought back to the team, was kind of slowly brought back in to playing time. And we know earlier in the year that he had blood clots in training camp, and it was big news. A lot of people weren't sure if he was going to come back or not, and he made it back. And honestly, that was to my surprise, because during the season, you looked at the season for the Patriots, and it wasn't something where it was like he needs to be rushed back. Let's be honest, he didn't need to be rushed back. And so he comes back, he has these reoccurring symptoms, and so now the question is, and obviously we don't know the specifics, but if it's reoccurring, it's something that he had rehabilitated from. There we go, Aaron. Talk, Aaron. He had rehabilitated from, and now he's having similar symptoms. The question is going back to football as quick as he did, one, was that a good thing? And two, did they truly find the problem and fix the problem? And it sounds like no to either of those. Probably shouldn't have been rushed back. And two, chances are they did not find or figure out, hey, how we stop this, prevent this, whatever it might be. And so the biggest thing for Christian Barmore is he needs to get healthy. He needs to, he doesn't need to be worrying about football. He needs to be worrying about his health. And the reason this throws a wrench in the New England Patriots, one, I pray for Christian Barmore. I want him better, whether he's playing football or not. Kind of like the Tua Tagovailoa thing. I honestly don't think Tua should, after all the concussions he's had, like it's tough to watch him play football. But that's his decision. He's a man, and he gets to decide that for himself. It's hard to watch. And first and foremost, Christian Barmore, like, get your health in line, get that figured out, and down the road, if you can play football again, we'd love it. And I'm not saying this is some like he's never going to be able to again. I'm not saying that at all. But I think the biggest thing is you figure out your health, and then we'll talk about football after that. And so, hopefully he has a speedy recovery and he can be back to the Patriots. But I think the reason this is a wrench in the rebuild for the Patriots is because the question becomes, does Christian Barmore, let's say this is something where it's like, hey, I can't play football anymore. Then the question becomes, okay, what then becomes necessity for the New England Patriots going into the offseason? That list is only getting bigger. And so, then for Elliott Wolf, someone who is already on the hot seat, who's already experienced probably people, definitely me and other people saying like, listen, besides Drake May, what have you really done for this franchise? And Drake May was a common sense pick. Besides that, what's going on? And so moving forward, this only complicates things for the Patriots. What do you think about Christian Barmore? Maybe you've heard other things that I have not. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts, or maybe something you have heard as well. But again, I hope he has a speedy recovery. And I don't think it's as simple as something where it's like you go on blood thinners or something like that, obviously. And so speedy recovery, never great. Thoughts and prayers with him. Next, we look at the potential picks for the Patriots going into the college football playoff. And we know with the college football playoff, I'm actually really excited for this. Listen, pretty much, my Michigan State's out, but this it seems like good quality football, and it's just unique. They haven't done it before. So first, we've talked about Abdul Carter, edge rusher. Again, I don't think edge rusher is a top priority in the earlier picks. At the end of this list, there is a particular guy that I would love to, if the Patriots could trade up somehow in the later end of the first round, if not early second round. I don't think he'll drop that far, but again, he was projected months ago as the first overall pick, and he's just dropped, but he has a ton of potential. We'll jump into him. But Abdul Carter, again, talented, quick, awesome off the edge, will do great anywhere he goes. But again, is that the necessity? I don't think it is. Next, tight end, no. Calvin Banks is another one, potential first pick for the Patriots. A lot of people say he is the best prospect at the tackle position in the draft for a relatively small, kind of weaker offensive tackle class. So again, you look at Banks, and he could be the third overall pick. He's done very well at Texas. Cameron Williams as well, someone to be watching for. So basically, if you're watching Texas, those two offensive tackles. Isaiah Bond, a great wide receiver, fun to watch out of Texas, transferred out of Alabama. I remember watching him play at Alabama. A lot of fun, very quick, and almost in a way, I thought this was when he talks about Jalen Waddle. I think that's an interesting comparison. But again, it's the thing is, number one receiver. Pop, I see, is that kind of like slot guy. So we'll see. Eubank would be very, very interesting coming out of Ohio State. Again, the question becomes, do you want to spend a higher pick on a wide receiver when you've already gotten people like Jalen Polk and Javon Baker who have not reached their potential? And if the question is, are you going to give them a chance or not? At this point, I think it is. It's only been a year. They're going to give him a chance. They're going to give him another year. But we will see moving forward if there's someone at that spot. But again, just watch him. Got a couple edge rushers from Ohio State. Really like Jack Sawyer. It'll be interesting to see where he goes in the draft. Williams, defensive tackle. Again, you have the whole thing with Barmore. What's going on with that? But again, not a necessity. And last but not least, James Pierce, the edge rusher out of Tennessee. Now, I've seen some mock drafts where months ago he was number one, and he's dropped all the way to the end of the first round. What I would love to see from the Patriots is if the Patriots could come out and get either their, depending, again, we've said this 100 times, depending whether or not they can get pieces put together in the offseason leading up to the draft, and then making the draft and seeing, okay, this is what we need out of the draft. But that first pick, being whether that be offensive tackle, that be Travis Hunter, whatever it might be, when it comes down to it, they need an edge rusher. They need another edge rusher. Keon White, I think he's done well. He's still young, and I think he still has a lot to grow into and has a lot of potential. But again, what helps him is one, Barmore in the middle, being able to create opportunities for the edges to get in more, because obviously they're concerned with Barmore in the middle, and so that kind of opens up space for the edges to get in and eat. But James Pierce, if they could figure out a way to trade up into the late first from their early second round pick, I think that would be a great move to get Pierce. Again, I've watched him a lot, and so I think that would be a smart move. But again, there's plenty of time. We've talked about that. Last but not least, mock draft. One thing you're going to notice is kills me, but Travis Hunter, I don't think he's going to drop to third overall. We'll see. You got a wide receiver out of Stanford. You got an edge rusher out of Boston College. Actually watched him this year play against Michigan State. Did a great job. And then you get all the way to the third round. So we're talking about Caden Wallace again, essentially that late. And I'm not saying that you can't have someone good in a later round. I'm not saying that at all. And third, later round, whatever you want to call it. But again, third round doesn't show me priority. Third round shows me it was kind of a second thought. So again, and then you get one again in the last round. So whoever put this mock draft together, I don't think they necessarily know fully what they're talking about, but that is my opinion. Again, I appreciate you guys not feeling great today. So sorry if I was lagging at times, but I appreciate you guys. I hope you are all doing well. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. Comment below whatever you want to comment. I don't really care. Appreciate you all. Talk to you later. Peace.